if you participate without making that investment. It is $35.95, so it's not a lot, but it is something. So it may come in handy, but you don't necessarily have to have it. Okay. So anyway, what are the expectations of having participated in the Bible timeline? So as you might suspect, and I think you can get a feel, basically what he was presenting right there is really close to what the videos are like. I know over my 3 years here at the parish, we've been doing a lot of the formed videos, and the formed videos are more like watching a movie. And this series is definitely different. It's more like a classroom. So you'll want to come prepared if you need to with your notebook and pen and paper, and be prepared to approach this more from a classroom perspective versus watching a movie. What saying do we often hear when it comes to school? You'll get out of it what you put into it. So you have control over just what you learn and how fruitful this experience is. So hopefully, if you're going to dive in with us, you'll spend the time to prepare and to read and study and do the preparation work from week to week, so that it will be fruitful. We will be posting each one of the episodes on the website. Each one of the episodes will be posted on the website, so if you miss one, you can always watch it online. And then again, the materials that he was talking about, I have a sample up here, but you don't necessarily have to have them. He talked about the Adventure Bible itself, the navy blue cover. It's probably, I want to say maybe 50, 60 bucks, unless you're lucky enough to catch it on sale. Maybe it's a little less. But it is a wee bit of an investment on that. So if you're interested in doing that, they get everything out if you do go online to order them. They do come out within like a week to maybe 7 days. So if you decide that you want to make that investment and you want to get that in preparation for the class, I think you could go ahead and do that today, tomorrow, whatever. May not have it by Thursday, but you should have it by the next week and be able to join right in. So I don't think it'll be a deal breaker if you don't have it quite yet. Okay, so to kind of wrap it up from our perspective of learning why we're doing the Bible timeline, again, it's to help us to understand just what God's plan is for His people. I mean, that is what salvation history is all about. And when we read through the Bible, that's what we have to kind of read it in the lens of the Holy Spirit. We need to be thinking about, what is God trying to speak to me in this particular book when I'm reading it, and how does it fit into the overall grand scheme of God's plan for us. So in light of that, I'm going to finish up with that Ascension video. I will do a Lectio presentation here. It's actually, it's not a Lectio, it's a Symbolon. So if you've ever been on Formed, there is a Symbolon series that is excellent. We use it for our RCIA candidates, and it really
walking into a church like the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome, we should realize we're not just entering a building, we're entering a story. All the art, architecture, statues, mosaics, and paintings are not there just to decorate the church. Each piece is like a page from a great book, and they come together to proclaim the story of salvation in which we are called to participate. For example, Pilgrims entering this basilica are greeted by statues of the 12 apostles set in the very pillars holding up the basilica. This symbolizes how these men are the foundation of the church Jesus Christ established. Above, artistic depictions tell the story of the Old Testament, from Adam to Jonah on one side, and the story of Jesus from his baptism to his resurrection on the other. So as pilgrims walk down the main aisle,